Hello everyone, this is Plankera, and welcome to my universe. So today we're going to continue rigging Shalom from Path to Nowhere. I still have a lot of stuff to do with the strand on this side, but I kind of don't feel like working on it today, so I'm going to go work on the right side instead. Today I am indulging that part of my brain that really does not want to touch that scary looking hair strand. Not at all. But that's okay, there's plenty of other stuff to work on, so I can save it for tomorrow. Or the next time I want to work on it, or, you know, when I eventually run out of other stuff to work on. I can go back to it then. But for today, I just want to go in and work on the right side here. This being her right, not my right. So I'll go ahead and start making everything over here look right. As for why I don't particularly want to work on that today, it just looks very scary. And my brain is a little bit tired, so I'm gonna let it rest just for today. Gotta get ready to do more speed painting for Inktober after this, after all. And today is also the day I'm going to go in and edit a bunch of videos. So this way I can start putting them out there. Initially I wondered if I wanted to publish all the videos immediately, or if I wanted to maybe do one a day. Leave it like that. I think I'm just going to publish one a day. That should keep us with either daily or near daily videos all the way up until November. So that'll be pretty cool. Then after that, things will slow down a bit, because there's no way I could keep up this pace forever without literally killing myself. Hello, Vivi. And yes, I can understand that. The strand of hair just wants to wear a spooky Halloween costume. Yes, definitely makes sense. Really getting into the spirit of things. It's working. I'm very intimidated. But it's okay, as long as there's plenty of other things to work on, I can procrastinate. It's fine. I'll just get it, like, tomorrow or later. Eventually. But it'll come. I won't be distracted forever. I believe in myself. This area I actually find pretty difficult to work with too, but I don't know. I wasn't working on it yesterday, so I guess my brain was less scared of it. Let's see, what was today's theme for Inktober again? Binoculars. Yes. I have an idea that I think is going to be kind of cute for this one. Just a girl this time, no special embellishments or anything. So I'll be drawing that after stream today. Continuing on my streak. So far, I think I can handle it. I'm definitely feeling the burn, though. It's a very intense schedule. Because I basically do the stream, then I get some food, and then I'm jumping right back into things. It's been fun, but I will definitely have to take a little bit of a break once November comes. Probably still stream every day, but just take a break from off-stream art for a while. And then after that, I think I'll probably do more weekly or bi-weekly speed paints. Get some videos up on the channel. It'll be great. Oh my. Man, I didn't realize I made such a giant brush for something the other day. Time to make that a little bit more manageable. Okay. So this area is kind of reaching toward the back of her head. So I'm wondering exactly how much further up it should be going. Like, is this still in the front part where it'll go up? Because it's like I mentioned in when I was doing the downward turn. And I was doing the back hair, and on the downward turn, the back hair would actually go up instead of down. Because it's attached to the back of her head, which is going up. Whereas here, you know, the back of her head is going down, while the rest of her head is going up. And so I'm deciding, how does this strand attach to her head? Should I be making it go up or down? I think the answer is more down than up. But not too far down. Maybe close to where it is already. That's probably why I put it like that, honestly. Okay. So the first order of business is there's like a little lump that comes out here. Lump is the best way I can describe it, even though it's very unflattering. So I just need to get that spot in the right place here. That's close. Once I make that look better, it should be fine. Not bad for a first pass, I'd say. Alright, well, how are you doing today, Vivi? It's always good to see you again. Alas. Always rough when that happens. It's never worked for me personally. I gave up after a while. Sleeping is hard. Good luck, friend. Alright, once I have the basic outer shape here done, I'm not gonna worry about all the sliding and stuff that I see for the time being. I just kind of want the basic shape in. And then once I have that basic shape in, I'm going to go back up toward the top and start from there and work my way down. I do think I will do this strand before I do any more on this inner area here. I think it'll make it a little bit easier for me to follow. That's probably good enough for the time being. Alright, let's go back toward the top. So I already have significant portions of this top area working out. I think I went down to about this red spot and then this highlight. And zooming in, I still think it all looks pretty good. So everything that I need to adjust will be below this highlight. Yeah. I already see some stuff I need to fix up. Looks like some of these little vertices are just getting a little bit stretched out there. Gotta squish them back together. Being stretched like that just sounds so uncomfortable, so naturally I want to help these little guys out and make them more comfortable in their little vertex lives. Okay. Let's look at a little bit of sliding here. Let me see exactly how is that moving? Sliding up. I've been feeling a little bit out of it lately, so my brain is a little bit on the slow side. I should still be able to get a fair amount done, though. Just gonna take it slow. Not worry about things so much. Honestly, a scary strand from hell aside, everything's been going pretty well for this upward turn. And I am honestly quite pleased. Just gonna try to work all the wrinkles out of this little area here. And hopefully get all this looking just right. Here I'm less particular on than a lot of the other places of the hair. It's like way in the back and like nobody really cares about what's going on way in the back. Just gotta get it good enough that nobody will notice if something's off. But I do always like to get things looking as good as I can. So if I see a problem, I'm probably still gonna fix it. My perfectionism will not allow for anything less. Just very carefully adjusting the outer shape here. Got a little bit I need to clean up through there, but I think it's doing a lot better already. You can tell there's some vertex sliding going on here, so let's try to get some of those into a slightly better spot. Let's see, this line is kind of receding in a weird way. Yeah, let's fix that up. I think I just slid in the outer vertex wall here. So I just need to pull them back out. Easy enough to fix. I'm kind of surprised because those pixels look a little bit blurry sometimes. Actually, I need to do a little bit more staring here. Yeah, this area right there just needs to go further back. Something like that. It was cute the other day. I went out with my dad and my kids, and they went to an indoor play place, and they were having a good time. The older one, pretty much any time there's other kids around, is just going to go socialize and try to play with them. She's very cute. Very friendly. She'll just go up and talk to anyone. And anytime she's talking about another kid, she will always refer to them as her friend. Pretty much every time. It's so cute. They're just running around and doing stuff. And my younger one was able to climb through a bunch of tunnels for the first time today, so he was feeling very proud of himself. I'd say he's equally as friendly as his sister, but he's a lot more timid in a lot of other ways. Whereas, let me see, the older one kind of figured out how to climb like onto the couch and onto some coffee tables and stuff. I want to say shortly before she turned 2. And the younger one is just not about that. It's like he's figured out the tables now that he's nearly 3, but that's been something that's really only happened, I'd say, probably the past 3 or 4 months. He's just more cautious, takes the world a little bit more slowly, but he's also way more into mud. And getting dirty, and then having a bath. They're way too cute. Meanwhile, my husband and I have been making more progress through Baldur's Gate 3. It's been pretty fun. I definitely have more fun with the dungeon crawling than the more social aspects in the game. I've been trying to play with a specific character of mine in mind, but the game just isn't very conducive to how she thinks about the world. So I've just been using her as a guiding force. Whereas, for the most part, I just kind of go with, oh, that option sounds nice. We're just gonna put the character in the corner and pick the option that I want. Or, I don't like any of these options. That one's been happening a lot lately. It's been rough, because the character in question that I'm trying to play here does not lie under any circumstances. There is no circumstance which she is willing to even be slightly deceptive. And it leads to problems. I kind of embraced it for a while at the beginning, but I really do not think that the game was intending to let you go through the entire thing without lying. Making certain aspects of it perhaps a little bit unwieldy. But by the end, we went back to dungeon crawling, and as you might expect from a game based off of Dungeons and Dragons, it's way more fun when you're just dungeon crawling and trying to actually interact with people. D&D is not known for its complex social mechanics. That's okay, having a good time in the dungeon so far. To an extent, it's like, I do generally have fun with the combat as long as I am not trying to protect someone. When you're trying to protect a squishy, things get a little bit rough sometimes. If I can kill the bad guys in, like, a turn, I generally do okay, but if I cannot, the people I'm trying to protect generally have a bad time. And meanwhile, it looks like things are going well on this strand. It's not nearly as scary as the strand on the other side. I'm just... Okay, I have to bring on the bald spots for a second here. I just really need to work out how this edge of this strand is actually supposed to look. Because I think I'm getting very confused with the other strand showing. So I'll just have a little bit of baldness for a little bit while I try to put these things together. Figure out how this strand should be looking without the other one's interference. I think I want all of this to be a little bit higher up. It's like it's kind of reaching the point where I don't think it should be going that much higher, like it's near the back of her head. So it's actually entirely possible it should be going lower. But I think, yeah, I think this point it should still be going just slightly higher. A little bit more. There we go. That's looking pretty good. Now I can just get everything going into the right place here. Because everything's bunching up at the bottom there quite a lot. Not that one. That one. So just kind of start pushing all this up. This way it's not just all bunching up at the bottom and looking funny. Now I can go back to worrying about this outer edge. I'll worry about the dark spots in the middle in just a little bit. Kind of want to focus on that outer edge a little bit more still. And honestly, vertically, it looks like most things are in roughly the right spot. Just gotta get this shape right. Yeah, I do feel like we're getting somewhere, slowly but surely. It is a little bit slow going today, but I kind of figured that would be the case. Brain, maybe only half here. It's having a nice vacation somewhere. I'm still trying to figure out how to get it back. It's doing its best. See, before, I wasn't quite sure what was causing me to feel like this, but right now I have a idea of at least what's making it worse. It's like, keeping up with the Inktober duties is hard. That's a lot of art to be doing. And finishing an entire piece in like an hour is super stressful. It's okay, I've kind of enjoyed posting every day. Even if I can't keep it up for the long term, I think it makes for a fun little challenge. Just make no mistake, it is absolutely a challenge. So far, so good, though. One of these days, I need to go look at the hashtag on Twitter or something and see how other people have been doing. At this point, I've been so flop by the time I finish that I just kind of... I don't know. Sit in my chair and just watch stuff for a little bit, let myself zone out. Brain needs a break. And then I forget. I don't use Twitter that often, so it's always easy for me to forget to actually check it. Admittedly, I have not been able to figure out how people actually socialize on the platform. 140 characters is just not a lot to talk about it. Is it still 140? I can't remember. Goes to show how much I use Twitter. Man, it just reminds me of a funny story just to illustrate how social media illiterate I am. I had posted some artwork, I can't remember which picture it was. And somebody asked if I wanted to be art moots, and I had no idea what he was talking about, so I just didn't respond. I feel a little bit bad about it now, but at the time I just had no idea what he was talking about, and Google didn't help me. Because there was another Twitter account, I guess, for people that want to find mutuals. And, so I thought, oh, is that person Art Moots? Why is this person telling me he wants to be this other artist called Art Moots? I was very confused. But it's okay, I learned later. Now I understand, and I am less confused as to why this guy was saying that. But I will never forget. Alright. Cannot quite get this all to work out for me, so I am going to visit the mesh and see what is freaking out here. I've had surprisingly good luck kind of just feeling my way through while looking at the mesh. Kind of helps me see how I'm seeing the vertex movement wrong and all that good stuff. I'm doing better than I thought I did, though. A lot of these ones further up are actually doing pretty well. Right now I'm mostly concerned about the outer edge here, that I just cannot get to look right, for whatever reason. But that's alright. Just take it a little slow and see what happens here. Not gonna worry about it at all. Let's see. Just gonna watch the triangles dance here. It's like, man, just when they're wrong, it's like, look at them wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle. Like, look at this little one right there, just wiggle. Almost to the bottom here, and then I can do another pass where I look at the art a little bit more closely. But I think this will help me get the shapes a little bit more where I want them to be. Have them all kind of move together just a little bit more. And then once this is all through, I can stop turning off my brain quite so much. And clean up all the rest. Yeah, doing a little bit better. Let's pull this guy out. Ah. Fly flew in front of my face and startled me. Had a couple of flies come in trying to escape the coming of fall. Though I haven't quite gotten rid of it yet. It's okay, their time will come. I know where the fly swatter is. But for now, I don't feel like dealing with it, so I guess it lives for a little while longer. Still got some art to do. Gotta take care of all that first. Okay. So let's see if that kind of helped get rid of the worst of it here. Yeah, and now I can just kind of clean up the last few details. That definitely helped a lot with the outside. Still kind of even has this part being a little bit straighter. To kind of match with the way the head is turning a little bit better. In fact, I think I can even pull this in just a little bit more. There we go. That outer area is already looking so much better. Let's go ahead and get rid of the bald spot now. Turn the hair back on and see how things are doing with it on. Have some adjustments to make, since I did move that area, the bottom area around, so naturally that's going to line things up with this other layer a little bit differently. So I gotta figure out where all that should be going now. There's a little dark area on this layer. And that is where that outer strand meets with that layer. And now that outer strand is being moved a little bit higher than it was before. Maybe I moved it a little bit too high. Wouldn't that be unfortunate? I do feel like my brain is reaching its observational limits, though. So I might take a break from all this and go grab some low-hanging fruit. Let's perhaps start getting the clumps back in here. The parts that go over her shoulder. And yes, I guess we can do this loop too while we're at it. It looks like it's like 90% correct already. Just got a little bit of shifting upward, so I'll just pull it all down. Pull it all down. And try to make all that just a little bit better. And it looks like it's got a little bit of a lump on it, but I'll fix that up right here. There we go. Curling it just right there. Okay, and then the top of it looks like it's sticking out a little bit more. Let me make sure this is all connecting exactly where I think it should. Yeah, so it looks like the edges got a little bit stretched out. So let's just go ahead and gently push them back together. Yeah, there we go. That's much better. And now the center part here. Push it a little bit closer to the main hair that it's coming out of. There we go. Okay, I think that's pretty good. I want to do that one later. And that one. Okay. So for this, I always like to hide the body because the flower goes on top of it. Actually, this is already not looking half bad. Definitely gotta correct some stuff on the outer shape here. But for the most part, I think it's already looking pretty okay. That might just be because the brain is not completely working today. But that's okay. I can get it started, and the me of tomorrow, who will inevitably be a little bit pickier than the me of today, can come take a look at things. No, I don't think I did that right. Let's try that again. It's like this entire area through here. It just got poofed up a little bit too much, I think. No, that's no good either. Okay, maybe I should take a break from that and just do a few little strands on areas that I'm already pretty satisfied with. Like the connecting hair. Connecting hair, I already like the way it looks, so putting a little strand in place won't be too bad. And this one's pretty straightforward. It connects in an easy place, it ends in an easy place. Yep, all I had to do was move it up a little bit. But I think I can have a little bit more fun with this guy here. I kind of want it to floof in the same direction that the rest of the connecting hair did. So I kind of wanted to do something like this if I can get away with it. Just gently, gently, gently. Being a little bit more around there. Oh no, that looks pretty bad. I think the idea is good though, so let's try it again. Here is fine, right? Okay. Alright, let's be a little bit more particular about where it connects. I probably was, I just undid a little bit too far. I'm going to zoom in and be very particular about where it connects. Good thing I did. 'Cause it does a little bit something like this when it comes off. A little bit of a curve there. Right now I'm just trying to get the translation in there, and then I will make my move and have it follow the rest of the hair a little bit more closely. But so far so good. That looks pretty good. Now I just want to add a little bit more of a gentle outward curve to it. That's a little bit too much. As you can see, being very gentle here. I don't want to move things too much. And it's very easy to move little strands like this way too much. Alright, I think that's pretty good, and now I can just do the last little bit near the bottom here. And that little strand should be in place. Yeah. I think that's following the rest of the hair pretty well. Maybe just a little bit more of a curve near the top. We'll see if the me of tomorrow agrees. But so right now, the present me is quite satisfied. Sans the few tiny little adjustments I still need to make. Just because certain things on these small strands become more noticeable in my opinion if they are wrong. Yeah, there we go. I think that looks pretty good. Do I want to tackle that one today? I don't think so. Let's do some easy ones. That one I'm not ready. Yeah, that one should be good. This is just a tiny little strand. Let's see, how are you doing? Oh my. You're just getting pulled all the way down there. Alright, well, can't have that. Which one was this? That one? Perfect. We're gonna just bring this guy up and out to the side. Like he was in the original there. Okay, and then once I shift all the vertices upward a little bit, I think everything will look fine. Just want to straighten this out a little bit. Looks like it got a little bit distorted in there. Saw a little bit of crunchiness. Definitely do not want any crunchiness in the hair. That would just be incredibly unfortunate. Okay, there we go. Worked all the kinks out, and now should look pretty good. Yep, perfect. Alright, are there any others? Back there. Okay, now we're starting to get onto the other side. Sure. I think this one should be relatively okay to work on. Gonna have to zoom in and really take a look at where it connects. But no, it looks like it's still connecting fine. I just need to adjust the overall shape here. Just push it back up a little bit. Straighten out the vertices. The usual. And then I think everything will work itself out, much like it did with that other strand. Okay, it needs to go a little bit to the left. Where'd tiny strand go? Here we are. Bring it over there just a little bit, and I do see a little bit of distortion here, so let's just clean that up just a little bit here. Get everything nice and even. Something like that. Nope, it's still turning outward a little bit. I do not want that here. Just being very careful here. It doesn't need to move that far, but it needs to move, like, just enough that I don't really want to use the brush for it. Brush feels a little bit excessive here. And it's really only in the middle that needs a lot of movement. The tips I felt like were pretty okay. In fact, yeah, I moved the tips too much. Whoops. Back things out down here. Alright. The little bit of distortion aside, how is that? Pretty good. Pretty good indeed. So now I just make those last few adjustments. Evenly space out the vertices. Get rid of all the stretching that I saw, and all that good stuff. And hopefully that'll work out the last little bit there. Not quite, actually. Let me see, what is happening here? Where does this connect? Let me take a look at the mesh. Okay. I thought it might be something like that. This one just got pushed way up high. We gotta help him get back down where he belongs. And then I guess here just got pushed in a little bit too much and made a little bit too thin. Through all those little changes. There. Man, I didn't expect this strand to be the one that didn't want to cooperate with me. Normally these tiny little strands are super easy. This little guy is just proving to be a little bit stubborn. It's alright. I'll still help him get to where he needs to be. Let's just take a look at the mesh. Do this systematically and somewhat brain deadly. Because my brain needs all the help it can get today. A little bit too high there, it looks like. So we'll slide that back down. This one also is a little bit too low, so we'll put him back up. And work our way through each layer of vertex there. Okay, that was way too far. I was gonna say, that seemed pretty extreme, but it was sticking out quite a lot when I looked at the mesh. My brain just exaggerated it like tenfold. That sounds like a brain, alright. Brains are silly. I exaggerate a lot of things. So let's see, how is this moving now? Still a little bit weird right here. This is too high, this needs to come this way a little bit more. That was a little bit too far. The brain is struggling a bit, but I'm determined to go for just a little bit longer. I'd like to at least finish this strand. I'm not actually quite sure what's making that little spot so weird anymore. Doesn't seem like it should be squirming as hard as it is. Okay, I have an idea. Maybe it's like that. Yeah, there we go. I had the distances right, just in the wrong place. That happens sometimes. Alright, looks like the mesh is pretty close, so let's see how that looks now. Yeah, there we go. Just clean up the last little bit. If this place wasn't so close to the face, I probably wouldn't have worried about it quite this much. But it is. So worry I shall. Just trying to get rid of the last little bit of shifting that I'm seeing. It's very, very minor, but again, it's close to the face. I want to get it right. It's important. if I see any shifting when I'm zoomed out this much, I do like to take care of it. Right here still. Right there. What is your secret, little strand? What is causing you to be so weird and wiggly? Here. There is no vertex there, though, so I'm not sure I understand. But I will try to understand. Help you get to a good spot. Let's take a look at the mesh again. I see. I see everything. There we go. Okay. Again, small detail, but it's near the face, so I don't like to mess around with that. Alright. And I think with that strand done, this seems like a good spot to end for today. Let's turn her body back on. Let her have a body and remind myself that I need to properly connect the neck at some point. That'll probably do once I finish all the head turns. But that is for later. So thank you all for coming. If you'd like me to take a look at your own creative projects, whether that be art, writing, coding, game design, or any creative pursuit you can think of, feel free to message me on your social media platform of your choice, and I'll take a look and maybe leave some comments. I'll see you all tomorrow. Goodbye.